What's up, everybody? It is Frey, and I am going to continue to bust my balls. Picking up from my last video of how I fucked up my life, I'm going to give you the other reasons how I fucked up my own life. Now I know what you're saying.
Frey, why are you doing this?
Why? Are you a masochist or something? Are you mad?
I know that's what you're asking, and I know I'm not a masochist. I'm only a masochist on days that end in Y, but not every day. However, I did mention in the other video how I feel there is a great power in owning your own fuck-ups. Once you figured out, hey, I put myself in this problem. If I was able to do that, I can surely solve this problem for myself. And the other reason is completely simple. I don't want you to fuck up like me. I wasted my 20s dicking around. I don't want you to fuck up like me. I want to see more independent artists out there, especially my minorities out there, because, and I'm not like a liberal person at all. I'm more on the moderate side and stuff. But it kills me how there is so much defeatist feelings around. It's like you see all the bad in the world, and instead of figuring out ways to improve it, or ways to get around it, or ways to get through it, you just want to sit there and feel sorry for yourselves. You're perfectly smart enough, you're perfectly capable enough of doing stuff on your own. You can do so much stuff nowadays independently. You don't have to wait. I want you to feel like you can do more for yourself instead of relying on everybody. Now, let's continue as to why I fucked up. Number 3, I was lazy. I say it a lot in this video. I wasted my 20s. I could recall just wasting my time doing things that weren't really productive for me in the future. I wasn't as focused on my art as I should have been. I wanted to go partying, I wanted to sleep around, get drunk, and while that was fun and is still fun now, it didn't aid my future. And even during my downtime then, all I would do is like lay around, watch TV, eat pizza, and play video games. I would go weeks and weeks without even laying a hand on anything art related. Remember, anything worth having is worth fighting for. At the time, I just didn't have the fight in me. In fact, I didn't really give a crap where my future was going. I was just for the here and now, basically. My laziness cost me where I couldn't get a scholarship at a school that actually sent their interns to Disney. My laziness cost me art contacts, internships. All I'm saying is don't focus too much on the play hard. You have to work hard too. Number 4, reboot after reboot after fucking reboot. There's a guy named Bryan Fuller, and I'm probably not pronouncing that right. He has done a comic called Flipside that I absolutely adore, and he's a complete independent artist. I remember seeing his work, his original manga, over 10 years ago when I first started selling at a convention. And back then, I think he might have had 2 or 3 volumes already done. I was amazed and I was inspired. I would go home and take that inspiration and be like, I'm gonna work on my comic and I'm gonna do it. And then I would start questioning myself. Oh, I don't like how this is. Oh, I don't like this character design. Oh, I don't know about this. Oh, I don't know about that. Reboot the series. Go through it again. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, that didn't make sense. Oh, blah, blah. Reboot the series. This happened to me continuously. I was just too much of a perfectionist. In fact, in Locke is a reboot of the old series that I was selling called Deadlock. Locke is technically 15 plus years old. But because I kept rebooting it, you see now that I'm only on chapter 10 because I rebooted it so much. So what I'm trying to say basically is just keep going. Because the thing is, there are a lot of different comics that in the beginning, it's kind of like it starts off kind of weird and you're not sure where to go with it. But then you keep reading it, and about time you get down to like chapter, you're into it, you're like 15, 16 and stuff, and you become a better writer as you go along. So it starts all falling together. And then what happens is things that you couldn't explain as to the mechanics of why it works, you start figuring out ways in the story of how to incorporate that and how to work it out so it makes sense to the readers. I don't think I've ever found an artist who thought their work was perfect anyway. It's never going to be perfect. I was foolish to believe that I would obtain this certain perfection. Embrace your flaws and keep going. Learn from them and continue to improve as you go along with your story. I learned that it makes a lot of fans become more fans of you as they see how you grow in your art and your writing. It's like you've taken them along the journey with you. Keep pushing forward. And that's it. Those are the 4 main reasons I could say why I fucked up. Notice, and please take notice of this. In 2018, there's no reason you cannot succeed. No matter if it's on a smaller level or a bigger level. You can do this. You can. Just because someone may not open doors for you or give you the opportunity you want, doesn't mean that opportunity no longer exists. Maybe not with that person, maybe not with that company, but that doesn't mean it's still not out there for you. Especially with crowdfunding and Patreon and all that other stuff that can help you. You are just as smart as the next person. You are just as capable as the next person. You're just as talented as the next person. I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you got some inspiration to keep doing stuff. Like I said, it's tough. It really is. But at the end of the day, you can do this. You can totally do this. And I know people are probably thinking,
Man, he just acts like he's just a total fucker.
not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. I have done good things to help me neutralize the things that I fucked up. Even get me ahead in some situations. However, I will leave that ball stroking for another video. So, take care everybody. Have a good one.